How many
Посмотрим,
times
что
must
тут
I
вообще.
tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
We are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine.
All I can tell you is I'm looking for my sister.
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother.
Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs, and Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. You will find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet.
I do apologize for being late. I was obliged to clear up some urgent business.
Что это за неотложные дела такие, а? Расскажи. Что тут у нас есть? Логика, этикет. Давай эрудицию фигарить. Две книги можно было, я не увидел. Ну ладно. Я думаю, это не страшно.
I wish to apologize wholeheartedly, Louis. I made you cross the seas, and I wasn't even here to welcome you. When I asked you to join us here, it was, of course, in the hope that you would help us find your mother. However, there may be some new developments, but I don't know if they are linked to your mother. We have found Elizabeth Adams' body in her room. I'm afraid she was brutally murdered, stabbed several times.
Блять. Вы внимательность, да, я тебе больше скажу. Я даже не посмотрела на вот эту вот огромную желтую кружочек. Я русская, да. Где написано, нарисована циферка, сколько можно книг использовать. Ладно, промолчу.
Duchess Hillsborough informed us that she accompanied you at the beginning of the evening. You apparently bumped into Miss Adams, who wanted to speak to you. We are told you turned her away, and she went away on her own.
That's correct.
Do you know what she wanted to see you about, by any chance?
Я думаю, ему не особо сильно доверять надо и как-то... Поэтому скажу, наверное,
Not in the least.
Pity. The poor child was probably trying to find help.
I thought it could wait until tomorrow.
Apparently not.
Louis, I shan't hide the fact that this tragedy puts me in a very delicate situation. I cannot risk upsetting the smooth operation of our next conference. But the case cannot remain unaddressed.
I understand. What do you intend to do?
I must reassure my guests, and justice will be done. And for that to happen, I must ask for your help.
Why is that?
You met Elizabeth. You spoke together, I believe. She trusted you. Listen, Louis. Find out who could have committed this murder. I refuse to believe that one of my guests is the murderer. I want to know who is responsible for this. And I trust you. You have my backing. You must stop at nothing. Can I count on you?
Of course. How would you like me to proceed?
Maybe you could start by going to the scene of the crime. Elizabeth was attacked in her room.
Can you tell me anything else about what happened?
Now, Louis, I wouldn't want to influence you. Get over there and form your own opinion.
На, то есть вот так вот, да?
Do you have any suspects in mind, my lord?
I spent most of the night talking with Sir Gregory and His Eminence Piaggi, so I think you can remove them from the list of suspects. Monsieur Bonaparte and President Washington left the party after midnight, I believe. They were tired and went up to bed.
Ну, как бы, ладно.
Right. I'll get over there immediately.
Thank you, Louis. Now, once you've finished, come back and let me know your findings. I'll be waiting. And Louis, you've got permission to search through the guests' rooms. They've all been notified and they agree.
Прекрасно. Сейчас пойдем шариться по комнатам. Небольшой конфуз вышел с попугаем, который не попугай. А здесь очень красиво. Даже слишком. Левиафан.
The nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781.
Я немножечко у вас тут пошалю, заберу у вас все. Что это за птичка такая? Ладно. Что еще интересного мы найдем тут?
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Момент, чё? ПДЩЗ. Какие варианты?
Which four-letter word could open this chest?
Дент, блин, у меня уже... Меня везде рабочие вот эти приколы, блин, преследуют. Дент, нафиг. Так, я нашла, по-моему, все, кроме того, что мне действительно необходимо.
Dante's Purgatory. Why does your mind presume to flight when you're still like the imperfect grub, the worm before it's attained its final form? Charming.
Чего? Он же не просто так это прочитал, я больше чем уверена. Дед, ты можешь дать мне подсказку, я уверен.
Your Eminence, I imagine that you've heard the news about Miss Adams.
What a tragedy, my son. How could such a thing have happened?
That's exactly what I'm trying to find out. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary last night?
I saw the young French soldier, Bonaparte, I believe, hanging around near Miss Adams' room. But I would not want to get an innocent man into trouble, Louis. It's probably nothing.
But if I were you, my son, I would talk to Monsieur Peru. You remember how violently he set upon Miss
Да, ну блин.
Oh, don't worry. He's on the list of suspects.
Если он ее ударил, не значит, что он ее, наверное, убил бы. Хотя... Может, это вообще священник. Блин, кто знает, знаете, так вот подумаешь, да нет, да священник не мог, а сам пришел такой и заколол ее, короче, крестом своим. Чё в смысле? У меня много предметов? Ну ладно. По-моему, я обошла по кругу. Можно я у вас мед заберу? О чем я могу с ним?
I've come to speak about the findings of the investigation, my lord.
Только об этом?
I'm listening, Louis.
Я знаю, кто убийца. До
I'll
свидания.
be in touch as soon as I have any more information.
Гениально. Просто топ-диалог получился. Где я находила... Подождите. Я что-то запуталась немножко.
Dante's Purgatory. Why does your mind presume to flight when you're still like the imperfect grub, the worm before it's attained its final form?
Ладно,
Charming.
мне это ничего не дает на самом деле. Ну ладно. Подсказка к шкатулке в этой комнате была, да? Зашибись. Ты просто... Ну, хоть музыку сменили. Все намного проще. Мне кажется, намного проще было, блин, знаешь, вот из разряда там записать, какие буквы вообще могут быть на первом, на втором, на третьем, на четвертом месте и попробовать составить слово. Может, я чего-то не вижу.
Dante's Purgatory. Why does your mind presume to flight when you're still like the imperfect grub, the worm before it's attained its final form? Charming.
Мне кажется, что я психану и в итоге так и сделаю. Вот что. Мне даже интересно, получится ли у меня это сделать таким образом. Да я видела же шкатулку, которая стоит на этом, но он с ней вроде никак не хотел взаимодействовать. Оно стоит, она и стоит. Ладно. Я хочу выйти отсюда. Не знаю. Мы в любом случае туда вернемся потом. Я надеюсь, что меня не убьют где-нибудь здесь. А пойдем в обратную сторону, короче. Ну, наверное, вряд ли в коридорах что-то будет опять лежать. А хотя, почему нет? Вдруг здесь кто-то что-то спрятал. Так может, она сама себя убила? Может, это было самоубийство. В пьяном угаре. В приступе паники. Почему ее должен был кто-то убить? О, а ты чё? Ты ж сидишь у себя там.
Good day,
А, блин, это другой.
Mr. Volner,
Они так похожи.
for anything in particular? Next to Elizabeth's room?
No, I...
А почему ты запинаешься?
Has anyone told you that Elizabeth was killed last night?
Yes. Rumors spread quickly.
Huh. He looks very put out.
It's horrible. How did it happen?
I can say nothing to you, sir. You'd better follow your host's instructions and stay in your quarters.
I shall leave you now, sir. I will return to my room.
Так это не кровь, это вино. Она притворяется. Блять. Интересная поза, кстати. Ноги.
Blood, but no trace of blows on the legs.
А чем мне татуировки? Чем мне дадут татуировку?
No wounds, but blood on the right hand. Nothing on the left except that tattooed symbol. I see no sign of bruising on the skull. The only clue is a scar from a previous craniectomy. Poor Elizabeth. She must have been very young when she went through all that. That's torture. She also has old scars around the neck, maybe mutilations. What a strange smell.
Вспомнить запах от придворных. Нет уж, пожалуй, вот это.
Smells of alcohol and of laudanum. People use it to relieve pain. She bled from the nose. There's signs of bleeding, but I don't see any traces of bruising.
Андрей, мы что-то о тебе не знаем. Что это так? Опиуму. На опиум реагируешь, а?
I count no fewer than 9 wounds on the thorax with a lot of blood. On first sight, I'd say that's what caused her death.
9?
Some of these tattoos are veritable works of... What's that? The skin between her breasts is different. Bloody hell! This tattoo was drawn on a page of leather and stitched onto her skin. Probably during childhood. If the scars are anything to go by. It's the same kind of tattoo as on the rest of her body. There are numerous marks on the body. She must have fought like a lion. It couldn't have happened without a lot of noise. There are also a number of old scars.
Было много шума, который никто не слышал, да?
Scarring, ugh. Scarring isn't very regular, but they're mostly from old cuts.
Ну, очень полезно сейчас было.
Scars are superficial and were made several years ago. She wasn't trying to take her own life. People who scar themselves in this way generally do so to relieve some kind of psychological suffering. By trying to master the pain, they establish their self-control.
Так, а чё он там мог еще?
Blood, but no trace of blows on the legs.
Ну, уж больно как-то странно. Ну, давай, ладно.
Let's see. No trace of sexual assault or rape. More tattoos, similar to those on the rest of her body.
Ну, неудивительно, да, что ты мог мне еще? Ну да ладно, раз уж мы сюда пришли, давай... Да... Наконец-то ты это сделал? Ты прям ждал, что ли, когда я проверю ее на изнасилование или что?
The direction of the blood streaks caused by the wounds to the thorax show that she was standing when she lost blood. This proves that she was standing when she was assassinated, possibly held by someone or something. No wounds, but blood on the right hand. Nothing on the left except that tattooed symbol. No marks or bruising around the wrists. It doesn't look like she was tied up or held by force.
Как бы, ладно. У меня... Ой, что у меня сейчас чувство дежавю случилось резко.
The blade is short and thin. Well sharpened, apparently. It's covered in blood. Still fresh. The lower part of the handle is unsullied by blood.
Конечно, потому что
The
её
murderer
кто-то
gripped the
держал.
weapon so tight that there's no blood where he held it. The handprint indicates a small and slender hand.
Маленькая худая рука. А кто сзади меня стоит? А ты здесь давно стоишь? Блин, я только сейчас твои ноги увидела. Твою мать.
Poor girl bled to death. Whoever left that footprint has boats for feet. That's at least a size 15. Where's a size like that here? Peru? Washington, maybe.
Бля. Ты ничего не должен никому говорить, или умрешь. Огромные ноги, тонкие руки. Так что ли? А может быть их было двое?
Knocked over bottle of wine.
Понюхать.
What kind of plonk is that? Hey, it's a Bordeaux. That's a Chateau de Briand. It's a great wine. I don't know what's happened to this wine, but it's undrinkable.
Конечно. Напоили ее, блин. А вот
Vials
и...
of laudanum.
Да, что-то их нифига себе.
The label shows that this laudanum comes straight from America. I wonder if Washington's involved. A pentagram? What the hell's been going on here? Many esoteric rituals are based on this shape. Could Elizabeth have been sacrificed during an occult ritual?
Принесли в жертву, а почему ее положили там? Я и так тебе расскажу, как действует опий. Давай, расскажи мне.
I wonder if Elizabeth's death has anything at all to do with this pentagram. If a ritual went wrong and degenerated, Elizabeth would probably have been killed in the center of the pentagram, not 3
да.
meters from here. That's strange.
Я тоже подумала о том, что если они хотели бы...
A notebook, written in Elizabeth's handwriting. It is written in a mix of several languages. Not too easy to work out.
О, как прекрасно, как прекрасно. Я вот так и знала, что надо было что-то из этого знать. Но мы не знаем. Поэтому придется как-то жить без этого.
June 11th.
Ну, это мы
17.
читали уже. То есть тут ничего
August 20.
нового-то не... Это. Тряпочка.
Piece of fabric. High quality at that. I'd say it's silk. Going by the texture and the gray hue, it must come from a dress, that kind that women of quality wear. Color doesn't correspond to Emily's black outfits, and
Elizabeth doesn't have anything quite like this in her wardrobe. Let's take a closer look. It's a little dirty. It must come from the bottom of the dress where it touches the ground. I recognize that moire pattern. It's the same as the travel dress my mother was wearing when she left. But why the hell did she come into this room?
Она пришла убить девочку.
Piece of fabric. High quality at that. I'd say it's silk.
Ничего больше не скажешь?
Going by the texture and the gray hue, it must come from a dress, that kind that women of quality wear.
Ну, давай.
It's a travel dress. The silk has been lightly waxed to protect it from bad weather. And I know the very woman who came up with the idea, given all the traveling she does.
Короче, все указывает на то, что здесь была моя мать.
God help us. Why did she come here in the first place? The material appears to have undergone abnormal wear and tear. She must have been scouring the countryside, and that doesn't look good.
Зачем она это делает? Почему? Почему у нее нет руки? Почему лорд такой подозрительный тоже мужчина?
Has Sam finished with this room?
Do you know who could have made such a mess of this room?
Miss Adams, sir. We were given orders to leave the room as it was, so as not to rush her.
Did she have a fight with someone to get the room into this state?
Not that I know of, sir. Miss Adams would sometimes throw a tantrum, during which she would destroy anything that came to hand. Lord Mortimer told us not to enter the room.
Thanks for that information.
You are welcome, sir. Has Sir finished with this room?
I know enough now. Thank you.
Very well, sir. Sir may return whenever need be. I shall guard the door.
Спасибо.